Hello, dear students. Today we will learn about the kingdom Plantae. Actually, the kingdom Plantae includes all the green plants which are present on the earth, which are multicellular. That means having many cells, autotrophic, prepare their own food, cell wall present. That means there is no exception in this. All plants having cell wall. Usually green. They are green usually due to the presence of chloroplast, or you can say plastids, or you can say chlorophyll. Plants, then these 2-3 characters are common to all plants. Now these plants are divided into 5 groups, or you can say divisions or large groups on the basis of different criteria or on the basis of different characters. The plants, or you can say plants are divided first into 2 groups. Number 1 character don't have differentiated plant body. That means those plants which don't have differentiated plant body. Differentiated plant body means having stem and leaves and roots differentiated, which you can see, which you can differentiate. That means you can see plant in a plant or in a tree. You can see different parts: stem, roots, leaves. But in some plants these parts are not differentiated. You cannot differentiate which part is stem and which part is leaf and which part is root. Those plants in which you cannot differentiate, you cannot recognize which part is leaf, which part is stem, which part is root, that group of plants are known as Thallophyta or thallophytes. What are thallophytes? The group of plants which do not have differentiated plant body. That means these are the organisms in which you cannot differentiate whether this is stem or whether this is root or whether this is leaf. Example is you can say in Thallophyta there comes a group or division of algae. That means in algae you cannot differentiate different parts of a plant body. Example is Spirogyra is there, Chara is there, and Allothox is there. Spirogyra, actually it is the multicellular or like this. Neither it is leaf, neither it is stem, neither it is root. Then this plant body which does not have different or differentiated body parts, this is known as this thallus. What is thallus? And the body which does not have differentiated roots and stem or leaves, that plant body is known as thallus, and the group of plants bearing this structure is known as Thallophyta. Example is algae, and in algae there can be different examples: Spirogyra, Chara, and Allothox. These are some examples, you can remember these. Now the another group, it was the one group having undifferentiated plant body, the another group having differentiated plant body. That means in which you can directly differentiate whether it's stem, root, and leaf, whatever it is, have differentiated plant body. This is the criteria. First criteria to divide plants into different groups is differentiated plant body and undifferentiated plant body. The plant groups having differentiated plant body can again be divided into 2 categories or 2 groups on the basis of, though the plants have differentiated body, stem, or you can say root like structures, or you can say leaves, does these plants have conducting tissue like xylem and phloem or not? That means without vascular tissue. Though these plants have differentiated plant body, you can differentiate stem, you can differentiate root, but does this plant have xylem and phloem? Conducting tissue means through which the water and minerals are taken up from the soil. Some plants in this group, they do not have vascular tissue. That means only through diffusion they take water and minerals. That is without vascular tissue. And those plants which are without vascular tissue, the group is known as Bryophyta. Sometimes in some books you will see that the Bryophyta can also be included in Thallophyta, because these bryophytes, some lower bryophytes, they do not also have the well differentiated plant body, but the higher bryophytes, they have stem like structures, root like structures, which are known as rhizoids. But these bryophytes, they are without vascular tissue. This is the most important characteristic feature of bryophytes. The vascular tissue is absent. Next is, these bryophytes are known as amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom. Plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom, because they live life both on land as well as in water. Example of bryophyte is Marchantia is the one example, and Rexia is another example. Another, those group of plants which have vascular tissue, which have xylem and phloem, they can again be divided into two groups. Those plant groups which produce seeds and those which do not. That means do not produce seeds. The plant groups which do not produce seeds, they are known as cryptogems. And example is Pteridophyta, is the division of plant Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta are the plants which do not produce seeds and have vascular tissue, have differentiated plant body. Pteridophyta, example in Pteridophyta is Marsilia and ferns. These are the examples of pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, they do not produce seeds. And another group of plants which produce seeds, these are known as phanerogems. What are phanerogems? These are the plants having seeds. And again, these phanerogems can be divided into two groups based on whether the seeds are naked or covered. In some plants, the seeds are naked. Those plants which have naked seeds are known as gymnosperms, and those plants which have covered seeds are known as angiosperms. Covered and uncovered seeds means, like, when you, for example, you eat mango. In mango, outside there is the flesh you are eating, and inside it is seed. That means the seed is covered. Over the seed is present inside the fruit. That means covered seeds. That means the character of angiosperms. In case of gymnosperms, there are uncovered seeds. The seeds are directly present over the leaves. These are known as like this. And these are known as naked seeds. These seeds are not covered by any type of covering. That is why these are known as naked seeds. That means gymnosperms are naked seed bearing plants, and angiosperms are covered plants having covered seeds inside the fruit. And angiosperms can again be divided into monocot and dicot. Monocot and dicot means having one cotyledon. Example is rice, maize. Dicot means having two cotyledons. Beans are there, gram is there, and these are the examples of angiosperms. And gymnosperm, example of gymnosperm is cycas. Is pines are there. These are the examples of these gymnosperms. This is the whole plant kingdom. This chapter is not in your syllabus, neither it will come in the term annual and examination, but only I am giving you the little introduction about the lesson and the groups in this plant kingdom. This lesson is out of syllabus for you in this session, because CBSE has marked this lesson as the deleted, which will not come in the examination. That is why I am going fast, so that we will cover the whole syllabus. Thank you. Have a nice day.